happy Sunday. It's your girl Taylor here. I am just pre-recording this check-in. It is Labor Day weekend and I hope you all are having so much fun. I know a lot of you guys went on camping trips and couldn't really make it today. So I just wanted to do a pre-recorded quick little check-in. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' Labor Day weekend. But I know that a lot of you guys are wondering, how do I stay on track if I'm traveling, if I'm going somewhere, you know, going camping, going on vacations, things like that, because, you know, this is only 8 weeks of our lives, but you guys, you know, have things going on and you guys still want to make the most of this. So I think that's so great that you guys are really concerned with staying on track while you're going out and about, because you don't want to make, you know, 2 weeks of progress and then backtrack a little bit, but you still want to be able to go out and have fun and live your life. So I am here to help you with that. So let's go. Let me just back the fuck up really quick. Let me just say, week 1 is down, you guys, almost. It's only Sunday, and so we still have 2 more days, but you know, 5 days, we're almost a weekend. I'm so proud of all you guys. The first week or 2 is the hardest because you're trying to figure out what works good for you. You're trying to learn how to meal prep, what to eat, you know. Also, a lot of you guys are like, fuck, this is a lot of food. So, you know, the first 2 weeks are like the hardest because you're trying to get your body used to drinking so much water. You're trying to get in the flow of things. You're really sore, trust me, I get it. So the fact that you guys are almost a week down, be really, really proud of that, because I'm extremely proud of you guys for doing that. So as time goes on, our metabolisms will get faster. That's what we're working on right now. I know it's a lot of food, but you know, I said in the first check-in call that our bodies are kind of used from prehistoric times before, you know, we got to modern day like we are now. You know, we would not eat all the time. We wouldn't eat 5 meals a day like we are now. So when we couldn't eat, our bodies would store energy and nutrients and things. So, you know, it's like if you were in the wild and you were starving, you can go like, what, 2 weeks without food because your body's gonna hold on to whatever it has. So a lot as females, we tend to not eat enough. Anakin, oh wait, he's just getting a toy. Good boy, get your moosey, get your moosey. I thought you were getting the carpet. Good boy. Good boy. You can get your moosey. Get your moosey. Get your moosey. Good boy. Sorry. So what we're doing now is we're getting our bodies away from that, where our bodies are like, oh, okay, wait, I'm actually gonna get food 4 times a day. I'm gonna actually get like a good amount of calories per day. And it's like, okay, so it gets the food, it utilizes the food and passes on what it doesn't need. And that's how our bodies are supposed to function. So when we don't eat, it actually does, we think that we're gonna get skinny from not eating a lot, but then that actually does the reverse effects, and it actually helps our body store it and we don't get hungry, and it's just all bad. So right now, speeding up our metabolisms, I know it's hard. Hopefully by now you guys are able to eat a little more food and be able to feel a little less full. I know, especially that on top of the water intake, it's like, oh my God, I'm so bloated. And it's weird because when I like get lean, I don't feel like I'm getting lean because I'm not starving myself. You know, when you like don't eat all day and you feel like skinny because you're like really hungry and you have no food in you, and you're like, oh, I feel so skinny, like I haven't eaten today. That's not the way to do it, like that. And then, but actually in reality, you're actually just feel skinny. But if you took a progress photo, because we know we can make our angles and stuff in the mirror if you're gonna take a selfie or something, but if you were to take a progress photo, you would maybe feel skinny, but you might not look so skinny. But when I actually get lean, like throughout this process, you're not gonna feel that skinny feeling because we're not gonna be starving ourselves and we're not gonna be hungry. We're actually eating a lot of food. So you're like, oh, I don't feel skinny because you're not starving yourself. But then you look at your progress photos and you're like, oh shit, oh damn, look at me go, like I'm looking good and I'm not starving, I'm not hungry. So that's the way we want to do it. We don't want to feel skinny or feel lean or feel, you know, hungry. We want to feel good, we want to feel healthy, and we want to look good too and treat our bodies well, and our bodies will respond and, you know, thank us for that. So just stay with it. I know right now it's tough. Just, you know, we have 8 weeks and we're only 5 days down, so our bodies have time to adjust. Trust me, I do this challenge and I do the program the way that I do because I starved myself and I ate like 800 calories a day, and I never saw the results that I wanted because I didn't, like, my metabolism was slow and I wasn't eating enough food. I was starving myself. My body was holding on to everything. I was overtraining. I was under eating, and I know how frustrating it was for me to not get the progress and the results that I wanted. And I could just imagine, you know, I never want another girl to feel like that. I could just imagine how other girls feel because I've been there. And the fact that, like, you can look good and feel good and train good and eat a lot of food and get more results than you ever thought possible without starving yourself and stuff. I want to teach other girls to do that. So that's why I do what I do, and that's why we're doing this challenge, and that's why I'm so glad for all of you guys to sign up because it's really exciting. And at first, like, trust me, I know it's hard, but just like keep going with it. Keep pushing yourselves and keep eating your food and working up your macros to try to meet them. I also explained a little bit in the Facebook group that if you guys, as long as you guys eat stuff off the food sources list, and we're doing like a high carb, like lower fat diet, women's bodies respond really well to that. As long as you guys equal the amount of calories that I gave you, and as long as it's off the list of food sources, so your fat sources should really only be like peanut butter, almond butter, avocado, and like maybe some seeds and nuts and stuff, whatever's on the food sources list. As long as you guys are only eating those fat sources, you guys can substitute some of your carbs for fats. Like, don't like double your fats or anything, but if you like want an extra half an avocado or something, then just like equal the calories to what they are like after you track them in MyFitnessPal. Like, look and see what it is and like get your calories to meet, make sure it's something off the food sources list, and then, you know, you can like subtract a little bit of carbs from that and just like make it equal the calories. If you guys have questions about that, reach out to me, but I mean, just track it all in MyFitnessPal and then see what the calories add up to and make sure it's what your calories are supposed to be. And then your ratios will be a little off, like it'll be a little bit more grams of fat and a little less grams of carbs. I hope that makes sense. What else? Yeah, water intake. I'm seeing some of you guys getting your hydro jugs. It's so good. It will help so much with your water intake. Another thing that I do, I saw like in the Facebook group, some people, you know, they're waitresses or they work a lot and it's hard to get your water intake in. I wrote in the Facebook group, I'll just reiterate, something that like increases my overall water intake is I learned how to chug. So like when I first started doing this years ago, like I would just count like 10 drinks, 1, 2, 3, I'd just chug 10 drinks. And I would do this before I went to bed every night. And then throughout time, it went from 10 to 12 to 15 to 18 to 20. And now I'm at like 25 or 30 chugs a drink. Alex is like, Jesus Christ, are you gonna ever stop drinking water and like go to sleep, you little water buffalo? But I always have to wake up and pee really bad in the middle of the night. But then once I do that, I only wake up and pee once, by the way, in the middle of the night. And once I do that, then I pee and I chug more water and then I go back to bed, and the first thing I do when I wake up is chug more water. I count my chugs, so just like start with like something 8 or 10 chugs and then just see if you can increase that over time. But just doing that throughout the night gives me now half a gallon, like from when I go to sleep to when I wake up and chug my water. That's like half a gallon down. So that adds into my overall total water intake for the day. So you guys can try that, and then you guys won't be at, that won't equal half a gallon for you guys at first, but it will add into your water intake. Okay. As far as going out and having fun, because I want you guys to live your life. Like life is about memories. Like that's all you have at the end of this. You don't get to take your shit with you. You don't get to like take your clothes and your fucking car and like all this. Like you just have your memories at the end of the day. And I've talked to some of my friends who are in the fitness industry, and some of our biggest regrets, like some of my friends that I've had and like we've spoken about things like this, are like not enjoying things because we were on a fitness grind. Like I have a friend in particular, and she went to her grandma's house one time, and her grandma was this amazing cook, and she was Italian, and she like made these amazing meatballs and lasagna and stuff. And my friend Nicole was like, didn't eat anything because she brought her meal and she was on her grind and whatever. And her grandma is like, you know, was kind of hurt by that and was like, oh, you're not gonna eat my food, you know, that hurts a grandma's feelings, you know what I mean? Fast forward, I guess that was like the last time she cooked for the family, and she ended up getting sick and passing away. And that's one of my friend's really big regrets. She's like, it was one meal, like I could have just enjoyed that with my family. Instead, I was obsessed about macros, obsessed about this and that, and it's like one of my biggest regrets. So I never ever want anyone to feel like that. I never want to take away from your life and living and like enjoying your family, enjoying good food and good things like that. So that's a tough one. So I just really want you guys to try to learn how to be balanced. I know it's really hard. So here are some tips. Number one thing, when you're going and traveling anywhere, even like if you go out to eat with your family and stuff like that, which I'll talk about restaurants here in a second, the number one thing is going to be to let them know what's going on. So like, for instance, when I had mine and Alex's family come out here, I set the rules. Like I was like, hey, I'm doing my 8-week challenge. I'm gonna be on my grind, but I'm gonna be present with you guys, and we're gonna play games and we're gonna have fun and this and that. And I would tell them, I am gonna have a cheat meal for brunch. So let's all go out to brunch and all have a good time, and that's gonna be my cheat meal, and that's gonna be when I drink with you guys. And then they were here for like 10 days, so there was like 2 times or 3 times that I drank, and I just let them know. I was like, hey, I'm gonna drink this day, I'm gonna drink this day, so let's make the most out of it. And so it's actually more fun that way, because then everyone's like, okay, let's all get turned up on this day, let's all have a lot of fun, because Taylor's going to too, and I'm like the party person, so I'm like, more drinks for everyone. And so like I just kind of set up expectations when I go, and I'm like, hey, like I'm gonna be, you know, bringing some meals, and I'm gonna be doing this and that, but it's not gonna take away from the time, and I'm gonna drink on these days. And like just kind of setting up expectations and being like, you know, can you guys help me with this? And obviously families and friends and whoever you're traveling with or vacationing with should be extremely supportive. If they're not, then you gotta rethink that. They should be extremely supportive and be like really proud of you. So most of the time they're gonna be like, oh my God, that's amazing, we'll help you with whatever we can. And you know, then like I said, when you finally do drink, when you're like, hey, I'm drinking on Friday night, like let's play games, let's do this and that, then everyone gets turned the fuck up, and it's a party, it's a good time. So that's the first thing, is I set expectations. And I also like kind of time out when I'm gonna have my cheat meal or drink. I uploaded an alcohol PDF, alcohol guide, it's a PDF. I uploaded it into the Facebook group. Make sure you guys read that over. It goes over like how to drink healthily-ish. I mean it's drinking, but like it goes over how to do it without inhibiting your progress like the best way. So basically on there, you guys don't have to track it. Like if you're gonna drink, like just enjoy it and drink. If you're gonna have like a glass of wine, like I saw some of you guys are studying and you guys are in school and stuff, and you're like, fuck, I need a glass of wine. I would suggest you can track that in your macros. They teach you how to do that in your PDF. So just save some carbs or something for a glass of wine. Keep in mind, the alcohol slows your metabolism and it makes your body harder to digest your food. It's not gonna help you make an amazing transformation, but you know, it's like you guys are busy, you guys are doing shit, you know, so if you need that fucking glass of wine, then like go for it. But I would suggest like keeping your drinking down to a minimum, like so that you can make the best results in this 8 weeks. But yeah, if you want like a glass of wine or something to study, or at the end of the day, like I would read over the alcohol PDF and track that in your macros. But if you guys are drinking, like if you're on vacation and you're with the family and you're like, okay, like this is the night that I'm gonna drink, or I'm gonna do brunch, like this is the day I'm gonna drink, then fuck that, don't track it. Just read over the alcohol PDF, make healthier choices. And when you're drinking, I would highly suggest to eat clean. Like don't, if you can, don't mix drinking, especially in excess, with bad food, because that's just like a recipe for really slowing your metabolism down, and you're gonna feel very sluggish for the next couple of days. I mean, I know life happens and stuff, but that's like kind of my rule of thumb. Like I'll either have a cheat meal and like, you know, have a good cheat, or I try to stay healthier and have a little to drink and like have, you know, get a little tipsy. But like I understand life happens and your body's gonna adjust. Like we still have 8 weeks, so read over that guide, make healthier choices. yeah, as far as like traveling, bring stuff with you. That's the other thing that I do, is I bring my supplements with me because they help keep my body on track when I'm not eating everything that I normally eat. And they help keep your metabolism sped up too. So bring your supplements with you, especially the reds and greens. I feel like that helps with your digestive health, because I don't know if you guys have heard of VBS, vacation bowel syndrome or something. It's like when you travel and you can't really go to the bathroom, if you know what I mean. So taking things like your reds and greens and daily cleanse, if you guys have that, will help keep you regular. But I just feel like they really help keep my metabolism sped up and help my body like function properly. So I like to bring that, and I always bring protein powder with me. So what I do with this is I either put them in little baggies. If you can't tell which each sup is, you could put them in separate baggies, but most of them look different. So you could put them in like the same bag and like just kind of remember what's what. But I normally just count out how many days I'm there and how many steps I'll need, and I just put it in a plastic baggie. And then same thing that I do for the greens. Like if I'm gonna be on vacation for 7 days, I'll take 7 scoops of greens and I'll put it in a plastic baggie, and I'll put the scooper in there, and that saves room in your packing, because one little baggie versus the whole tub is gonna be different. And then I do the same thing for protein powder. So I'll get like, that's a lot of talking. I'll get like a plastic bag, like a Ziploc or something, and I'll get the scooper, and I'll count how many scoops of protein, and I'll put a few extra in there just because you never know. And then I'll leave the scooper in there, take the plastic bag, and then you know, you can bring a funnel, or you could take a piece of paper and like make a funnel if you like need to put it in a water bottle, or, which don't use single-use plastic please. You can bring your blender cup, and then so that way you can have your protein intake on the go. And that's like, you know, if you know, everyone, if you're just need something that's like healthy, it's easy to bring, it's healthy. I also bring oats with me, like depending on where I'm going and like what I'm doing, is like I'll bring like oats with me, because that's super easy to make. Even when you're traveling, you could go into a Starbucks and ask for boiling water, like boiling hot water, like a gas station, and like put it in like a hot coffee cup. You could put like the oats in a hot coffee cup, and then put like the boiling water in there, put a little bit of your protein powder in there, bam, there's a whole meal right there. So that's like super easy. Also fruit, like apples and bananas especially, are like extremely easy to bring with you. The rice cakes and rice cake chips are super great on macros and really easy to bring with you too. Pretzels have like no fat in them, so those are always like a good snack to bring too. That's just like carbs. What else? I don't know, but normally when I go on vacations, like I'll go grocery shopping once I get there, so that I can have like some of my same meals. Or and like when like there's like, if you go into the produce section, like they'll have like cut up bell peppers, so just grab a bag of those. Frozen broccoli, just grab a bag of that. Like things that are really simple and really easy are like the best bet, like turkey breast and I don't know, sandwiches and stuff like that. Like things like that are really easy to bring. So, I mean, it depends on what kind of vacation you're going to, how you can do it. And the other thing that it depends, you know, if you're driving somewhere or something, you can bring a little bit of prepped food with you too, if you want. Like for me, when the family was here, like I cooked a bunch of rice and brought it up there. I just put it in like a, I actually just put it in a Lululemon bag with like an ice pack on it. And then, I mean, it's not a far drive for me, so it just depends on what kind of vacation you guys are going to. And then even like if your family's cooking and stuff, just like now you guys have been tracking food for like a week, so you guys should be able to kind of tell, you know, what's in what food and what's healthy. You guys obviously know what's on the food sources list and what's not. So like if your family's cooking dinner, then just, you know, choose veggies, like have a lot of veggies. Manage your portion sizes for like carbs or something. Like if your family's making spaghetti, for instance, like, you know, fill up half your plate with like veggies, and then like, you know, now you know, like with sauces and dressing, like do a tiny bit of dressing and like, you know, a portion size of spaghetti. Like you, like portion sizes are the biggest thing, and that's what I feel like a lot of you guys are now realizing, like, oh shit, I didn't realize what a freaking serving size of Cheerios was, because I normally just pour that box until my bowl's freaking full. But like now you're like, oh shoot, like actually portion sizes are, you know, different than I thought. So like just, you know, do your portions. Like don't bring your scale and like weigh stuff out. Like if you want to, you can, but like, you know, like your body's gonna be fine as long as you're mindful of what you eat. And the biggest tip of all of everything is water, water, water. Like when you guys are traveling, you guys need to keep your water intake up. My water actually my intake actually goes up when I vacation because I'm wanting to keep my body functioning as best as possible, and water completely helps with that. So make sure you guys are getting your water intake. That's gonna be number one, and it keeps you fuller too when you drink a lot of water, so you're not gonna be so snacky and you're not gonna wanna eat this and that. So definitely keep your water intake up while you are traveling. That's like number one, and that will help with that VBS, like, you know, keeping your like system flowing good. So yeah, just like my biggest tips are like, don't stress about it. And also, like, when you guys travel and you guys go on vacations, you guys do stuff like that, most of the time, like, you're not sitting inside on the couch watching Netflix. Like, most of the time you're traveling and you're having fun and you're going and doing stuff and exploring. And whether you go camping and you're hiking and you're walking around everywhere and you're playing games, or like, you know, you go and you're going to the beach and you're playing in the waves and you're boogie boarding and you're running around the beach, like, most of the time when you're going on vacations, you're very active and you're doing stuff, and all of that stuff burns calories. If you guys have a Fitbit, if you guys have an Apple Watch, like, you can track it if you want, just to like, for peace of mind. Like, I'm just obsessed with like my Apple Watch, and like, especially like playing volleyball or something, like, you're like, damn, like I burned a lot of calories. But like, things like that add up, and your steps are gonna add up, and just being mindful that you're being active. Like, you don't have to do your workouts on top of that. Like, you guys can just go and enjoy yourselves and have fun and be active, and your body is gonna be fine. But if you guys wanna wake up early, that's my other tip, is like, I don't wanna miss out on quality time, so I would wake up early and get my workouts done, get half a gallon of water in, get one of my healthy meals in, and then, you know, I'm not missing out on family time. Then by the time I'm done, everyone else is waking up and having coffee, and I go join them for coffee. So like, that's another tip, is like, don't miss out on family time. Like, if everyone's playing games and stuff, don't be like, hey, peace out, I'm gonna go work out. Like no, have fun and play games with them. That's like what vacations are for, and family time, you know, you want quality time. So like, if you wake up early or stay up late, if you're a night owl, well, it's not me, I'd rather wake up early, then like, you know, you can get your stuff done while everyone's like chilling or really not doing much, and you don't have to miss out on anything. So that's another tip. So top tips: wake up early, get your shit done so that you don't have to miss out on family time. Drink a lot of water. If you guys have to buy gallons, go get gallons. You know, hopefully you can do something for refillable water. What else? Keep your veggie intake high too. Like, if you go somewhere or you're eating dinners or something, like, fill up on veggies first. Portion sizes, make sure you guys are like having a decent portion size, and you guys aren't having like too much. Like, just be considerate about that. Bringing some stuff, so bringing supplements, bringing some of the food that you can, or going to the grocery store and getting some food that you can eat and get, and something easy for you guys. That's extremely helpful. What else? Protein oats. That's the best tip that I got, because who doesn't love protein oats? But the biggest thing is just like, I mean, stay active, have fun, don't like stress out about it. If you guys want to stay on top of everything, like, I'm not here to tell you like, no, like, forget tracking and stuff like that, but I am here to tell you that you don't have to, and you'll be okay. If you keep these things in mind and you're very thoughtful and very mindful, you guys don't have to track everything. You guys don't have to make yourselves work out. Just stay active, drink a lot of water, make healthy choices, tell your family what's up and ask for their support, and plan, you know, if you guys go on vacation or something, definitely have a cheat meal, you know, like, go out and have a cheat meal. My biggest advice for a cheat meal is to choose appetizer or dessert. So I wouldn't do both normally. You guys can like get something, and like, but listen to your body, and like, don't stuff yourself if you're already full. Like, I think it takes your mind like 20 minutes to like tell you that you're full. So drink a lot of water when you get to the restaurant or whatever. Like, I normally drink like 2 or 3 glasses. The waiter's like, what the fuck's this girl problem? Drink, like, fill up on water, and then, you know, enjoy your cheat meal, but be mindful and actually enjoy it. Like, focus on the food, do mindful eating, like, really enjoy it, and then drink a lot of water afterwards, get some steps in to help your body digest. But if you guys want to go out with your family to dinner or something, and you guys want to stay on track and you guys don't feel like a cheat meal, do the same thing, fill up on water. whatever you get, always get the sauce or the dressing on the side, because I posted in the Instagram group the other day, or yesterday, and they would have put like a whole thing of sauce on mine, and I used barely any of it, like barely any of it. So that's where a lot of the calories, and especially like fats and like the unhealthy things come in, is from the sauce or the dressing. So always ask for that on the side. You guys can look at a menu now and kind of pick and see like what's normally on your food sources list or what you normally eat. Like if there's fish tacos on there and it's like fish, tortilla, veggies, and salsa, perfect. That's a great meal right there. That's what you would normally eat. Salsa has like nothing in it. I gotta be done talking soon. My voice is getting a little raspy. So yeah, and if there's like grilled chicken or something, you can also, don't be afraid to ask for substitution. If there's like some sort of chicken that's like fried or something, like just ask, can I get it grilled please? Or can I get it without any sauce please? Most restaurants are very helpful with things like that. So just, yeah, like keep in mind about the sauces and stuff. Ask for it without sauce or sauce on the side. You know, you can also, if there's like potatoes and vegetables normally as a side, like go for it, do that. If there's, salads are tricky because the dressing normally has a lot of calories in it, so see if they have something fat-free, or you know, ask for it on the side and just use barely any of it. What else? I mean, you guys can kind of just like look at a menu and just try to make the healthier choices. And when, you know, if everyone's getting an appetizer and stuff, it's hard, then just drink a lot of water and like take a couple of deep breaths. But if you want to have a fry or two, like go for it. Like 2 fries isn't gonna hurt you. Like just be mindful of it and don't go binge, you know what I mean? Like just like, you know, try to limit yourself. And also like if you ask your family for support before you go, then normally they're very mindful of that too, and they're not gonna just put a plate of fries in front of you. So, you know, make sure they know before you go out, like, hey, I'm gonna try to stay on track, like, you know, I'm gonna eat healthy and this and that, and just like give them a heads up. And they're normally very helpful and very supportive on that. And just make healthier choices. Kind of just look at the, you know, food sort, or the menu, and just try to pick out things that like you would normally eat, and just, you know, ask for substitution, sauce on the side, things like that. That's about it. I hope this helps you guys. I know it can be confusing, especially without examples. If you guys like know that you're going out to eat beforehand, and you know where you're going, and you guys want to send me the menu, I could help you guys, like, okay, this would be a good option, this would be a good option, this would be a good option. I can help you guys with that if you guys know prior, if I can get like a 24-hour in advance, you know, because I'll get back to all my emails within 24 hours at least, normally sooner. But yeah, if you guys know you're gonna go somewhere and you're very confused and stuff, like send me a picture of the menu, or like let me know where it is, and I can help give you guys really healthy options that you guys can get there. Yeah, just make sure you tell your family what's up, and make sure you're just like mindful. Like don't be like super strict, and don't miss out on memories. That's the biggest thing. Like have fun, enjoy yourself. Life is life. Like we have 8 weeks of this thing, so 1 day, 2 days, even 3 days isn't gonna kill you, as long as you're drinking water, getting your steps in, and just making healthier choices. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap this up here because I've been talking for 25 minutes and my voice hurts. So I hope this is helpful. I just had 3 espressos before, well, 3 shots of espresso, not 3 espressos, because an espresso is a double shot. So I didn't have 6 shots of espresso, I had 3 total. So I've been like I feel like my mind's like kind of crazy right now. But I hope all this made sense. Also, like Shark Week, I don't know about you guys, but like my brain gets like crazy, and I'm like can't think, and so I feel like I was so all over the place. But hopefully this made sense. If you guys have questions and stuff, I wanted to be more interactive on this. So if you guys have questions and stuff, let me know. Email them to me, put them in the comments below, post them in the Facebook group, whatever, and I'll get back to you guys. Maybe later this week I can see if a time works good to do like a Q&A, or to have a little bit more interaction with you guys. I want you guys to do something for me. Tuesday will be 1 week, so I want you guys to post in the Facebook group. How about let's do It can be like a thread or just post. I want you guys to post a couple wins, like some things that you're really proud of, that you made a good difference in. I want you guys to post a couple wins and then also post something that you want to do better at. So for instance, for me, I have been slaying my macros. So I'm really, really proud of that because it's been a while since I've been really strict on myself. Also, I had a new low weigh-in for 2020, woo! So that's really exciting. So those are probably like two of my wins. Oh, another win was that I did boxing for cardio the other day, which was so fun and it was different. So that was really exciting for me. Something that I really, really need to work on is I need to be more consistent with my journaling. I've been letting that slide. I only journaled like once this week. And I need to stretch more. I've been neglecting my stretching so much. So those are my two things that I really need to work on. So hopefully I'll have an update with you guys next week that I've been like stretching like a mofo and like journaling like a crazy person. But yeah, I did have a lot of great wins. Also, you guys are amazing. Whenever I go into the Facebook group or anything, like you guys are slaying it and you guys are like really motivating me to be the best version of myself and really put in work too. So thank you guys for that. So post 2 wins, post something you want to work on. Any questions, let me know. And I will talk with you guys either later this week or next Sunday. But have a great Labor Day weekend, everyone. I'm so proud of you guys. If you guys go on vacation, just don't stress about it too much, okay? I'm here for you guys. I love you all. And Taylor's out.